Coming up on the Merge Out Loud, Abandon Kansas is in the Merge Studios with Tower. Stay tuned.
Hey, welcome to Merge Out Loud. My name is Tower. We are with Jeremy and Brad from Abandon, Kansas.
What's up, man?
Really cool to have you guys on.
Thanks for having me.
You know, honestly, like every music fan, your biggest hope when you buy an album is to find out about it, maybe like before all your friends and all the media and that type of thing finds out. That's kind of how it was with your new record, that I was just really pumped about it. So to now have you on the show as one of your first TV things, just really appreciate you guys being here, man. It's gonna be
Dude,
fun.
that's awesome. Very cool.
Abandon Kansas, the name, first of all.
Yeah.
Okay, you're actually from Kansas,
Right.
so this is legit. What's going on here?
We're from Wichita. It's really nothing against Kansas. We love Kansas. It's our home, and there's no deep spiritual meaning. It's just a joke that my roommate in college came up with. It's supposed to sound like a band in Kansas, like 4 words. It's just a play on words. It's just a joke. Abandon Kansas. There you go. Mystery solved.
It took me a second.
I think we wanted to change it, but we couldn't think of anything that totally blew that out of the water.
Anything better?
Yeah, sadly, we couldn't think of anything better than Abandon Kansas. But at the end of the day, it's a band name. It doesn't really matter. So
It's not who you guys
it
are.
works for us. People seem to like it. So the only time it's confusing is on the phone when you're trying to explain it. You know that it's 2 words and not 4, but it works.
Just tell me where this whole thing started at. You know, this was kind of a college project for you that grew.
Yeah. I guess all of us grew up like in high school on the worship team at church, but at different churches. We didn't know each other growing up, and I met our drummer Brian in college, and then like a year later we met Brad, and through some other circumstances. And I actually played soccer with Brad in middle school, like in 7th grade, and then we went probably 4 or 5 years without really seeing each other, and then kind of started hanging out again and making music. We actually hit the road full time when I graduated college. And then our bass player, Chet, joined us about a year ago. So he's from Lawrence, Kansas.
So you guys are kind of a conglomerate of just found different people at different places.
Yeah. I think we've been through so many bass players, it's getting crazy.
How important is that when you meet somebody to like really be friends first before you're like, hey, let's get in a band and live in a van together and write songs?
Friends first? I think that would be convenient, but we've never had the luxury. We've always had to make music and hang out first. It's been very forced, and then hope that we can be friends after that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and the stakes are kind of high there because you're literally becoming a family that you spend more time than with your actual families.
It's beyond family, man. It's a totally unique relationship. It's unlike anything else.
We're going to go ahead and get into your video here in just a couple of minutes. This is one of the first ones you did, and I think the line is so interesting, is that small town kids miss the city and city kids miss the trees. Yeah.
That was just, I think that whole record was just kind of a frustration with the people that we meet on the road. And we meet all these kids, like people from California, like, man, California sucks. If I could just live, up in Seattle. And people in Seattle are like, man, Seattle sucks. If I could live in Florida. And everybody just feels like somewhere else would be better. And here we are for a living. We get to go to all these cities anyway. And we can tell them, honestly, it's the same everywhere.
This is pretty cool.
You.
Yeah.
It's your problem. Like in that whole song, I Wonder If It's Me, is like, your problems follow you around. It's you. Like, it's not just your friends and the place you live and the kind of, people complain about their town and there's no jobs here. There's nothing for me and there's nothing fun to do, but I guess it's really what you make of it.
And now we're going to go ahead and see some more videos coming up, but you guys actually do these yourselves for the most part, right?
Yeah, we did.
Talk about that more coming up. I Wonder If It's Me. It's Abandon Kansas on the Merge Out Loud. Check it out. Up next, more with Abandoned Kansas. Is their next music video an anti-Red Hot Chili Peppers song? It's next on the Merge Out Loud. This is the Merge Out Loud with the guys from Abandoned Kansas. I think it's pretty interesting. One of maybe the turning points in the whole band for you guys, you were actually picked as the Amazon.com deal of the day. So you got like kind of the Amazon stamp of approval of, we really like this record.
Yeah, man, Amazon's been awesome to us. Like, we did this free EP back in February. They just gave 4 of our songs away for free and kind of featured us. And then the record that was supposed to come out, on Tuesdays when the record comes out, and they put it out a day early for like $3, which is super awesome. They were featuring it and tweeting about us and stuff, and it's really cool.
And it's funny how much Amazon and iTunes, the retailers, actually have like an influence over what bands people actually see because it matters what goes on that main page there.
Totally.
So that was such a great kickoff for the record. We're going to talk about it more coming up. I think that honestly this next video we're going to play is maybe going to be like the defining song for your band. I know that's a lot of pressure, but it's called The Golden State, right?
Okay.
From the video, I can only assume that it cost about $400,000 to make because you're pouring out gas while you're making the video. And gas costs approximately $37,000 a gallon.
That's true.
And so, you just poured out more money than I'll make in 10 years.
Yeah, that's true. No, there were a couple times, because in the video you can see me walking through these really crowded areas in Hollywood and Santa Monica and stuff, and I'm dumping out water on the sidewalk, but these people are looking at me like, is this dude for real? Like, is he gonna torch this place? Like, because it's a kerosene can, and I don't know, we're walking around with a camera, like, what if this dude's trying to make a statement or something? So there were a couple times where I had to take a swig out of the kerosene can just to prove to the people that it was water and I wasn't gonna torch anything. But.
And this is a different song I think we've ever had a video for on the show. Just tell me kind of where this came from, because the chorus is that California is going to burn down.
Yeah. I mean, it's just a giant metaphor for a relationship. I got nothing against California, and it's not some big statement about, the crazy California burning down. It really doesn't, does it?
Yeah.
I mean,
we need to quit picking on states.
Yeah, we do. We pick on states and they take it personal. But I mean, it was a relationship that kind of fizzled and it was built on nothing real. And I just kind of took that analogy with Hollywood being plastic and fake. And if there was a fire, it would go up really fast. And when we were out there on tour in California, they were dealing with those forest fires coming up over Beverly Hills, and all the rich people are getting nervous. And that relationship was a lot like that. It was built on nothing. It was infatuation, and it fizzled fast. So it's a big metaphor for love, I guess.
And you guys actually kind of really get your fingers in the process of making this thing, right? Like the song isn't just written by the band. The video is the idea by the band too.
Yeah, all of it's very hands-on with us. Like the guy that did the video is a very good friend of ours, and we spoke into what the video is going to be about and what kind of shots we're going to do and that kind of thing. And
did you honestly think, I might get in a little bit of trouble here? I mean, you're walking through a really crowded area, and you don't have this like roped off. These aren't extras. You're just walking around in a crowd.
These aren't hired extras. These are just strangers. I don't know. In Hollywood, you'd think they'd be used to it, but the problem with shooting in Hollywood is you got to have licenses to do all these things, and we didn't. So we're just like shooting a chorus and then running to the next place and then shooting and just hoping nobody stops and writes us a ticket or something.
Now it's interesting that you take such a personal moment in your life and put it out there. Do you ever think that when you write a song like this and you kind of say what it's about, do you ever think this is all my friends, all my family are going to kind of know the story behind this? Is that weird?
I guess it could be. I don't know. Brad wrote some songs for this record. I mean, what do you think about it?
You could take it that way, but as far as we go, I would say that we want people to know this, like that sort of transparency, and we want to be able to share and talk about, lyrically with regards to the lyrics. I'd want people to ask questions because there are great stories behind each song, and I mean they're a part of us. And for me, the Switchfoot records growing up, they did that to me. I felt like they were really raw. And that's one thing that... And
with as much access as people have to anything now, if you're fake, you're going to get spotted really quick these days. True. So it's really cool to see the authenticity. My favorite video from this band, it's Abandon Kansas, The Golden State. It's on the Merge Out Loud. Hey, coming up on the Merge Out Loud, the faith element of Abandoned Kansas, as well as their trip to a place where I'm an actual giant. It's coming up next on the Merge Out Loud. This is the Merge Out Loud. I'm Tower with Abandoned Kansas. Now, you guys were recently in Ecuador.
Yeah.
Okay, I've been there. Really amazing country, but the average male, I would say, grown man's about 5'4". I'm 6'6", and I'm pretty pale. And so as I was walking around the streets, it wasn't like, oh, hey, somebody new in town. It was like, what's going on here?
What is that? No, yeah, the people were super sweet, but yeah, they are. They're small. They're a little shorter.
You basically did like a trip as a band with Compassion International, company that I personally do a sponsorship child through. But you want to tell me what you did down there?
Oh, very cool. Well, I mean, we've been working with Compassion for 3 years, and we'd been talking about it from stage and had the kids on our table or whatever, but last year we got to go down and see what they're doing for ourselves. And after seeing what those kids are up against and seeing we went to their schools and their churches and sat in some of their homes, and seeing that level of poverty, but then seeing what Compassion is doing about it, just really inspired us, I guess, as advocates for those kids. And I think that's why Compassion took us. They knew that it would fire us up and get us motivated.
Yeah, this band can make a difference in another place.
Yeah. I knew Compassion was doing a good work for those kids, but we met some of the kids that had come all the way through the program and are now doctors and teachers and lawyers, and to see that, and it puts heartbeats in those packages that we have on our table. It's cool.
And it's part of a bigger topic of faith within Abandon Kansas. I love what you guys do. I mean, some bands are just kind of straight up, hey, we're a worship band, here's what we do. Other bands are like, hey, we play at a youth group, that's what we do. You guys are something else. You've kind of got a different path.
Well, thanks, man. This tour has been different because we put a worship song in our set. We've never done that before. We put a version of How Deep the Father's Love in our set. And it's the most blatant, gospel message we've ever done. And we've been playing bars on this tour, and been, we play the same set at the churches as we do in the bars. And to watch people react to that and the conversations that it sparked and stuff has just been a different element for what we do. But I'm glad you noticed, because we want to make good art. We want to make, Brad does the artwork for the records and the lyrics and the music. We want to make good art. And then so people can respect that and connect with us on that level. And then we can talk about our faith, and then we can talk about our beliefs. And it's just been a great way to connect with people. Yeah,
tell me about when you're actually playing in bars. Because a lot of times, when you see a band in a bar, you're not necessarily there for the band. You just happen to walk in and, a band's playing. Yeah. What's kind of been the reaction as you've done, a song that people are probably not thinking they're going to hear?
Well, we played this other show in Cedar Falls, and I remember the sound guy. I mean, he's there all the time. He sees tons of bands come through, and it was just really cool for him he was talking to me and Jeremy, and he was like, I respect you guys for what you're doing, representing Jesus Christ in a place like this, where people wouldn't hear this, representing the gospel, not being who you are, but also, displaying your faith, so openly. And I don't know, it sparked a lot of conversations, like Jeremy said. It sparked a lot of conversations with just people that have never seen that before. We have friends that would come by, and they come to our show, and they're like, I haven't been to a church in years, and just I feel like God uses us somehow in some way, either through the art, whether it's through the art of our lyrics, music, our videos. We have like videos that Jeremy put together, him and I put together, and the artwork, everything. I just think we're a band of surprises, and just that we hope that God could shine through us, through our artwork, but also like display it through, just.
And the video for Heaven Come My Way, which is maybe one of the more kind of, I guess, blatant spiritual songs. Yeah. We're doing that next. You're going to tell me just about this?
Yeah, that's the first video that we got to shoot at home. We shot a video in Atlanta, shot a video in California, and never got to do a video at home. And we shot it with a director from our hometown, so it was just really comfortable. I mean, it had to be one of the most low-maintenance video shoots we've done, and it's a super cool song. It kind of defines the record, the sound, and the lyrics, and I like the way it came together. It's really cool.
Yeah, so if you were a rapper, if you guys were rappers, this would be like your neighborhood video,
there you go. Yeah.
With the band in Kansas right now. The video is Heaven Come My Way on the Merge Out Loud.
I'm Brad.
And I'm Jeremy. We're Abandon Kansas. You're watching the Merge Out Loud.
Hanging out with the band in Kansas on the Merge Out Loud. Now, when you guys were kids, were there a lot of like cop TV shows playing around the house?
I don't think that has anything to do with it.
No? Because you wear fake mustaches on stage on this tour, except for
No, we don't wear them on stage. We're selling them at our merch table.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that would be
you guys
funny.
wanted to be like 70s cops.
Now we need to. No, I honestly ordered a drink from Starbucks, and they said, do you mind if I put, was it Trooper? Or he put something like that on my, because my other glasses I have are like tinted yellow and totally like aviator style.
So you look like you give people tickets for it.
I don't know. I've gotten Kip from Napoleon Dynamite. I've got Mr. Feeney from Boy Meets World. I've got any kind of serial killer from any town. So I'm just me, man. I've got, what's that Matt Damon movie, The Informant? Remember that movie?
Yeah. New record from you guys is called, I'm going to try and then you can correct me, Ad Aspera, I'm done. Okay. Finish it.
He almost passed out. You going to be okay? It's Ad Astra per Aspera. and it's Latin for "to the stars through difficulty." It's the Kansas State motto, and we took that phrase "to the stars through difficulty" and just kind of blew it way out of proportion. And almost all the songs have something to do with stars or heaven or the sky. And then, Brad, tell them a little bit about the artwork.
Yeah, I just basically took the Kansas flag and just made it my own version. It's a very, I guess, artsy, very dreamlike. Yeah, it's a painting. Just mixed media, oil, acrylic, pastel. Just made it really dreamlike. There's a lot of symbolism. Just evoke a sense of longing for the stars. So.
And I guess the album cover is also kind of the same vibe as why I love your band so much, in that the songwriting, there's enough going on that it's not like, oh, I heard that song and okay, it's pretty good. It's normally one of those things where I've gone back 5 or 6 times and been like, okay, I liked it off the bat, but now I really kind of get what you guys are going for.
I hope people will listen to it more than once, because there's a lot of lyrical ideas there, and there's a lot in one phrase that you would miss if you weren't paying attention during that. So. Yeah. Tell
me just kind of where this whole album came from. You said there's a lot to do with stars. Like there's a lot of imagery there.
With it being the Kansas State motto, and it being, I guess it's a story about where we came from, but also kind of a story about where we're headed, and kind of holding those two things, in your hands, and just not forgetting what we've done so far, but then not having that hold us back, and not relying on that, and kind of moving forward. And I guess to the stars is for us is heaven. It's God's presence, and for other people it's other things that we're shooting for, and I guess just that journey that you have to go through to get there. And the whole record is, Heaven Come My Way starts off almost like a psalm. It's like this really confident prayer. Like, I just think of David, in Psalms, and he's really confident, but he's really humble at the same time. And he's really honest and humble about who he is and how much help he needs, but he's really confident in the Father and the help that he can bring. And through the record, it's just kind of this journey through a life. And at the end, I don't know if you've heard it, but there's a song called Give and Take that's very much like the judgment. And the last phrase of the record is am I more than the sum of the things I have and haven't done? And that's what we're talking about, where we've been and what we're about to do, and if our life equals more than just the sum of those parts.
Abandon Kansas, seriously one of my favorite new bands. It's been a pleasure. New album's out now. It's been great to have Abandon Kansas on the show. The Merge Out Loud.